Move here, I always see. Sorry, okay. How many of you are afraid of pit bulls? According to Associated Press, 53% of pet owners believe it's safe to have pit bulls, but 43% say they are too dangerous to own. No other dogs have had so much media coverage in the last 15 years as pit bulls. It's tough not to be emotionally one way or the other about these canines, especially if you own one or if you or a loved one has been involved in a bad incident with a pit bull. One side says they are loving, safe dogs. The other side says they are born to be killers. What is the truth? Somewhere in between. Pit bulls are lovers unless they're trained to be otherwise. And the misconception about pit bulls, they say they're naturally bad. Pit bulls react to their world based on their breed and training. They simply act as their instincts and owners tell them to. Otherwise, train them to. A lot of people get pit bulls, and what they do is they train them to fight other dogs. They don't buy them or raise them as a family dog, but pit bulls can be. They have no value. They also consider them having no value because of the fact of the way their owners train them to be. Like I believe I read up in Tennessee that they banned pit bulls from there. They're not allowed there, and Florida is fighting right now to ban them from Florida. I read up on the Pennsylvania law, and they only say that whoever owns a pit bull should have, if you have them in a house, you have to have insurance on them. You walk down the street, but then we have to have the muzzler, the thing over their mouth in order to walk, to own one and be with them. That's how they look when they're trained to be that way. I mean, they do look mean, and I own one myself. I was terrified of them. When my son first bought the store home, I was like, no way. That happening here, but he totally changed my way of seeing the pit bull. They are dangerous to be around children. Once again, it's the way you train them, and you also have to train your child on how to be around these dogs. But are they really killers or dangerous? Pit bulls are lovers, not fighters. They are great dogs. They are great pets. Pit bulls need a lot of structure a very pronounced human alpha. Training, exercise, and lots of attention the owner needs. The owner needs consistency, time, energy, and maybe some muscles. They love humans and human interactions. They feed off your positive attentions. These dogs are loving, friendly creatures and known to be kings of clowns. Pit bulls will likely listen and obey better than other dogs if properly trained. That sticks. That is the son of my upstate mother. He is wonderful. All my grandkids, I got 9 grandkids, and they all ride her, well, him and her. I mean, they play with her just like any other dog. I've never once had any kind of incidents with any of my dogs, or any of my pit bulls. Because once again, it's the way you train them to be. This is my grandson, Ungi, with Sadie. She's 9 years old. You wouldn't believe she's a pit bull. I mean, a lot of people come in and they're like, oh, they're scared. I'm like, no, And as they're there, they see it, they're like, wow, it's just the way we train these dogs. They're really not mean. They look mean, they can be mean, but once again, it's how you train them, it's just like a child. People take them, they're trained to fight. That's why a lot of people like to have the owners of these dogs to take them to fight, to do this, and that's not right. It's not right at all. For me, they're like humans. They're just like one of us. And that's Sadie. That's my pit bull. That's the one that I used to be so terrified. When my son brought her home, I said, you better get that dog out of here. And one day he did, he left with her. And I know he had her back in the house. And I hear this little squeaky. Is that a mouse? Oh, look, it was Sadie. Started feeding her. I don't know her. He says, Mom, it's how you treat them, how you train them. And she is.